Hello, everybody. My name is Nathan Russell. I'm a second year student at Northeast Lakeview College, hopefully pursuing a teaching career one day. And I'm here with you today through a wonderful program called Junior Achievement, which brings students like myself into real classrooms with students like yourself. So hopefully I can teach you a thing or two today. What we're going to be talking about today is the concept of innovation. Now, the Merriam Webster Dictionary defines innovation as a new idea, method, or device, or the introduction of something new. And so, ideally, in the workplace, the concept of innovation is to bring something that they didn't have into the workplace that's brand new, introducing a new concept, which will help the workplace move more efficiently, get stuff done faster, stuff like that. And so, I wanted to bring with you a personal example to kind of get the idea along with my own personal workplace. I work at a video game store in New Braunfels, Texas called D-Pad. And the way our store works is we'll take video games from customers, they'll sell them to us, and we'll buy them off of them for cash. And then with these games, we'll take them, process them, make sure the disc looks pretty, the case looks pretty, all that fun stuff, and sell it to new customers at a higher price to make money. And so one of the things I came up with as an innovation was I figured out how to take the game from the customer and get it back to the shelf in a more efficient way. And so I kind of wanted to talk to you about our old process. So I have a game with me today, this copy of Lego Batman. Very good game if you haven't played it. And what we originally would do was we would just throw them in a back room and then eventually get to them. And it would be really messy, and there would be missing games all the time, and it was just not very good for the store. And so what I came up with was a way to concisely get them from the customer trade-in to the shelf in one 5-step process. So step one was take the game and put the price sticker on it, and then set it next to the machine to get the disc clean. And then step two was all the discs that we were going to get done at that time. I would take them out of the box, put them in the machine one by one, and set them aside in stacks organized by clean to not clean. Step three was put the games on the shelf in alphabetical order where they needed to go. And step four was put the discs in our own separate disc file for whenever the customer eventually bought it. And so with this process, this innovation, it made it to where our business moved a lot smoother and there was a lot less errors in our inventory. And so innovations like that are very important. And even though that's kind of a small scale thing, there's a lot of innovations that have been happening very recently. A good example of this is with Tesla, for example. They innovated the way the car works. They're actually doing electric cars. They figured out a way to kind of make a car in a way work like a phone, where you charge it electrically, and then it's good to drive off electrical energy instead of gas. And so that's a really huge innovation that I do think will change the world more than it already has by the time y'all get to be my age. Another smaller yet huge example of an innovation is with Walmart. My dad actually works for Walmart distribution, and he was telling me about how the brilliant engineers over there came up with a way to design a small machine that all the employees had as they were working on the assembly line with all the inventory that would come in through the assembly. They would scan each box individually with this machine, and this machine would tell a giant computer system what just came in and who did it. And so everything that was supposed to come in was already documented as it was coming off the truck. And then with these small machines, they could scan them and then ship them. And the machine would check itself off and let Walmart know what's moving at what rate. And so this completely made everything much more efficient, as it was they could keep track of every single thing as it was moving through at every step of the process. And so there was a lot less errors and things moved a lot more quickly instead of having to do that kind of thing by hand. And so I want you to think about different innovations you've seen in your life. Maybe you found a way to organize your schoolwork more efficiently, like with a folder or a trapper keeper or something like that, to make sure you never lose things. That in and of itself is an innovation. And maybe if you're doing your own kind of work, whether it be like a lawn service or maybe chores or maybe even like a yard sale, ways you've innovated that through organization or other kind of methods to make things move quicker there. And think about in the future with whatever workplace you want to pursue, how you or others can innovate to make things more efficient and make your job more successful. But that's about all the time I have for today. My name is Nathan Russell. It was a pleasure talking to you today. You'll have a great rest of your day.